How's it going, people? Guy on the internet who doesn't like reviews. NXT Takeover Chicago. Look, I'm gonna tell you honestly, I hate the NXT television show. I think they're overrated, garbage, trash. And their pay-per-views they've been good, but it's nothing that really got me out of my seat. Nothing special. People, I just feel like people overhyped it. Yes, they're good, but in reference to the other shows and the other, I just wasn't on the hype train. But this NXT Chicago, this has been the most enjoyable NXT takeover event I've ever watched. It had moments of excitement, storyline, things. It had a great double cross ending that you kind of saw coming, but you didn't see coming because of the way Dirty played it out. A great UK match. Just a lot of good elements in this show. The only lacking element of the show would be maybe the opening match between Roderick Strong and Ariel, and that's not saying it was a bad match. It was just in the scope of the other matches, it kind of didn't compare, but it was still good in its own way. Speaking of that match, Roderick Strong. Look, Roderick Strong, perhaps the best. How can I explain this? I want to say not the quickest guy, but he just in an instant, the guy can just hit a series of offense that you don't see coming, and it's something spectacular. So, during the match, Ryder Strong, he attacks the other two members of Insanity, takes them out. They have the match. In the end, Roderick Strong, he hits Eric Young with a series of moves, and then in the end, he hits Eric Young with the end of Heartache. The end of Heartache is a suplex into a double knee backbreaker. Hits it real quick while the rest of Sanity is distracted. Gets the pin 1, 2, 3. Moving on, next you get Pete Dunne challenging Tyler Bate for the UK Championship. Now, look, I did not watch the UK Championship. Clearly, I missed out, especially when I think about this match that happened beforehand. Pete Dunne, he has that superstar mentality, or that look, that I don't want to say swagger, but that he has that superstar charisma. He has the look, he has the talk a little bit. It's kind of a dry thing, kind of reminds you of a young William Regal. But then on the other hand, you have Tyler Bate, and I was judging off appearances. Tyler Bate, to me, he looked just like any other indie, UK, whatever. I saw him wrestle tonight, and I'm a Tyler Bate fan. The guy has the complete package. He has power. He has technical wrestling. He has high flying. Tyler Bate hit a fucking 450 senton twist off the top rope. What the fuck? Pete Dunne's offense is just fucking brutal. The joint manipulation, the finger stuff, just really nasty, evil stuff. The whole story was Tyler Bate just kept on trying to go for this high risk stuff off of the top rope, and he gets caught like 2-3 times by Pete Dunne with that like forearm smash. He kicks out of the bitter end one time, but then Tyler Bate tries to go for a over the top, or was it in between the rope suicide dive. He gets caught by Pete Dunne with the forearm smash on the outside. Pete Dunne rolls him in, hits the bitter end, tight pin. Match of the night. This was really damn good. Then you move on to the NXT Women's Title match, a triple threat between Ruby Riot, Nikki Cross, and Asuka. Now, I like the story building up to this. Obviously, if it hadn't been for the Ember Moon injury, I think we might have had a title change here. But NXT in a stroke of genius, they did something that I thought they would never do. They addressed the problem of a heel that's well liked by the fans that you kind of want to make a heel. So this week on NXT before this, they did an interview with Asuka where she's in a like a suburban or whatever, and she's talking to the interviewer. The interviewer asking her questions about Ember Moon and other things, and she's like being a real bitch and being real off-putting. So when that interview stops, or when Asuka gets out of the car, she just puts on the happy face in front of the fans, like, "Yeah, Asuka, me, yeah, I'm the champion, yeah, everything's awesome." Then she walks away. She's like, "Man, I fucking hate these people. Fuck." And it goes into the character because if you know Asuka, she wears this no mask. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's the white mask she comes out with. It's very ugly, disgusting, and it's kind of evil looking. And it goes with the character because the mask hides, the beauty of Asuka. So it goes with the character. Yes, always in the video want to dance and blah blah blah. P Diddy, okay. But anyway, so you have Asuka, who is, looks very beautiful and everything like that. She's pretending herself to be the champion, the people's champion, and everything. Like, I love everybody, but deep inside, she's a real selfish, egomaniacal, heartless person who really doesn't give a shit about anybody besides her title. So I like that little play they put on Asuka's character. You had Riot, who was the hometown favorite because she's from Indiana, they were in Chicago. Nikki Cross, formerly Nikki Storm. I really like the character change they did to Nikki Storm with Nikki Cross. Mainly because Nikki Storm, while good, her character was just kind of stale on the indies, on the best, blah, 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 blah. And it kind of goes into her indie character. It would be sort of like, yeah, she's delusional, thinking that she's the best in the world, so it doesn't take that much of a leap for her to be this crazy, insane character at her breaking point. And the offense matches. Nikki Cross's offense is fucking... I don't even know what to call it because it has no fucking rhyme or reason. It's just there. She hit a move that... Why'd you hit that? Okay, you just scratch somebody in the back, or you hit a apron DDT, or you just like ran and put your whole fucking body weight to somebody on the side. It's lunatic offense at its finest. And Roode Riot, her offense was good. That fucking double knee push into the rope, that was really good. And her finisher, a modification of Eat Defeat, is the arm twist into a Pele kick. That happened toward the end of the match. Asuka was on the outside. Ruby Riott hit that move, the arm twist into the Pele kick. She goes for the pin on Nikki Cross. And while she's pinning Nikki Cross, Asuka gets in the ring, hits the ropes. Ruby Riott looks up. Shining Wizard right to the face. And Asuka pins both Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott, retaining her title. Who's going to stop Asuka? I really don't know. I think she's probably going to take the title to the main roster or have it retired, because I just don't see anybody legitimately beating Asuka for that title. It wouldn't make any sense. Then you have the NXT Championship, which I'm going to be honest, I missed most of this match besides the last 10 minutes. And from what I can only assume, Hideo Itami had been working over Bobby Roode's arm. Itami had his legs worked over by Bobby Roode, which makes sense because Itami's main finisher is to go to sleep. You can't use your legs, you can't use to go to sleep. So I get into the match. Itami tries to hit a go to sleep on Roode. His knee gives out. They fight for a little bit. Roode tries to go for a glorious DDT. His arm won't let him do it. Itami reverses that into a go to sleep. Roode rolls out. Itami puts him back in. Goes with a pin. Nothing. They fight for a little bit. Roode, he starts mouthing off at Itami. Itami just hits him with these fucking, like, over the hand, bitch, where's my money pimp slaps. And he does one final one, knocks out Roode fucking cold. Picks him up, go to sleep. Roode kicks out to go to sleep. Itami tries to go for it again with a exposed knee. Roode counters that into a glorious DDT. Then he transitions while still holding on from the other glorious DDT into a higher impact glorious DDT, gets the pinfall 1, 2, 3. And at that point, I'm thinking, okay, well, NXT's over with. I'm setting up for the thing. Then I look on the match card, like, did I miss the Authors of Pain versus DIY? And that was the weird thing. They put the NXT Tag Team Ladder match on at the end. And I understand why now after watching it over the NXT Championship. I kind of don't know how to feel about that because I feel like the main belt should always end the show, but after seeing this, I understand why. So whatever. So Authors of Pain versus DIY, Ciampa, Gargano in a ladder match. Authors of Pain, they withstand a tremendous amount of pain in this match, just like every other match. Like Ciampa and Gargano, they hit super kicks, hit the guys with ladders, knock them off the ladder. It just seems like nothing is keeping these guys down. The Authors of Pain, when they get their hands on ladders, they hit some wickedly brutal moves. Like, there was a point where they had knocked out Ciampa and they had lifted him up with the ladder, like chin first. Gargano pushes Ciampa out of the way to take the bullet. He just gets fucking red in the face with the butt of the ladder. Ciampa, after seeing this, his friend getting knocked out by the ladder, taking the bullet for him. The Authors of Pain are up top. They're like trying to climb the ladder. Ciampa goes behind one of the guys and just fucking hits a suplex off of the ladder onto a propped up ladder. Just completely shatters the ladder in half. So one of the Authors of Pain gets up. He starts like knocking around, gets the ladder. He gets kneed in the gut by Ciampa. Then super kick, and he like drops on top of him. Ciampa and Gargano hit their finisher, meeting in the middle, right in his face, knock him out, climb the ladder, and you're thinking, oh my, DIY is going to win this match. Out of nowhere, while laying on their fucking backs, the Authors of Pain kick the ladder out of both Ciampa and Gargano to grab them off of the thing holding the belts, powerbomb them, hit the super collider, another powerbomb, Authors of Pain win the match. Just like nothing happened. Like none of the offense that Ciampa or Gargano hit meant any fucking thing. They just got up like nothing. So Authors of Pain, they leave the ring with Paul Ellering, who got a super kick for trying to interfere in the match by Ciampa. They leave the ring, and Ciampa and Gargano, they get a fucking standing ovation, DIY chance, and I'm thinking to myself, they're not gonna do this. I mean, they probably could have did this a long time ago, but now DIY, they're an established tag team. They're very popular. They're probably going to take these guys to the main roster. They're not going to do a breakup. It's not possible. No. So DIY walks to the ring, up the ramp to the back, and the thing, the logo, the trademark, in the logo trademark goes on. I'm like, okay, yeah. Then, completely out of fucking nowhere, Tommaso Ciampa rams Gargano's head into the signboard. Then he hits him with a stiff knee, and then another stiff knee, and then he exposes his knee and hits a devastatingly wicked jumping knee. And the crowd's chanting asshole at Ciampa. And Ciampa grabs Gargano, clears off the table that the announcers are on. picks him up for a kryptonite crunch and hits the kryptonite crunch off of the announce desk onto a series of sound desk tables that were like down below. Why is this cat on top of this huge ass fucking box? Anyway, so we saw the death of DIY, but the birth of a Sicilian psychopath. And I kind of say I hate to see this coming, but I knew it. I mean, they teased it so many times during the Cruiserweight Classic, where Gargano was just gonna become not Gargano, but Ciampa was gonna become unhinged. I mean, that is his moniker from the Indies, and I know NXT likes to use a lot of guys indie persona. Gargano, he can be a heel when he wants to, but most of his thing is he's Johnny Wrestling. He's a traditional good guy, and let's be honest, most of the crowd is behind Ciampa, not Ciampa, but Gargano. They chant Johnny Wrestling. He's the designated babyface of the group. Yes, they like Ciampa, but let's be honest, Gargano gets the majority of the cheers because he's built as the babyface. This is going to be very interesting in NXT because now you're going to have a feud between Gargano, Miss Johnny Wrestling, versus the Sicilian psychopath, Tommaso Ciampa. And if you've seen Tommaso Ciampa as a heel, especially if they let him get into that Sicilian psychopath gimmick, is going to be a rough day in NXT. I mean, when he's a heel, the knee scrapes are fucking brutal. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be using Project. Did he use Project Champion NXT? I think he did. This might take that move. I don't think it is. So he's going to go back to using Project Champa, the powerbomb into the double knees. NXT might get a little interesting, especially if they start exploring the character of Asuka being a two-faced bitch. You know, she's one way with the fans and wants all this admiration, but she's very egotistical and everything like that. Then you have the thing with Bobby Roode. He beat Hideo Itami clean, no cheating, just plain wrestling. So where's that lead Itami? I mean, you're gonna give him another title shot, even though he lost fair and clean. Then that brings up a question: who's worthy to face the glorious Bobby Roode? I mean, like just offhand, I can't think of too many contenders right now. Not that they bring in somebody from the main roster, but in NXT, I'm trying to think of somebody that maybe Roderick Strong. I mean, I feel like they kind of also blew their load with the Ty Dillinger stuff because it would have made more sense for Ty Dillinger to take the title off of Bobby Roode. They can still have it. I mean, going back to NXT from SmackDown, that's really not that big a deal. He could say, hey, I have unfinished business here with Bobby Roode. I want a title shot and then win. So, yeah. But anyway, pretty good show. Tell me what you guys thought about it. I'm about to get ready for Backlash tomorrow, but yeah, let this cat out because he's fucking meowing and meowing. But anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.